8th graders, it's Mrs. Thompson. We're going to do section 5.1, and this time we're going to do example 3. This is going to be a little more challenging because they didn't give us the equations to graph, and that's what makes it harder. We have to read it and figure it out ourselves. All right, so let's get started. So we've got Bolorama, and they gave us some information about Bolorama. And they said, okay, this is what Bolorama charges. $2.50 per game plus $2 for shoe rental. Now, $2.50 per game. Notice that the more games I play, the more money I spend. So if I just do one game, I pay $2.50. If I play 2 games, that's $5. Notice how that's changing. Because that's changing, that's your rate, that's your slope. So what you want to do is you want to put that $2.50 in the slope position right in front of the X. Okay? Now, plus, we're going to pay $2 for shoe rental. Now, if I'm going to bowl, I have to pay for my shoes. That's a one-time fee, whether I pay for 1 game or 20 games. I'm going to pay $2, one flat rate fee for that. Okay? So now let's look at bowling pins. That's our second place. And let's see what they charge. They charge $2 per game, so a little cheaper. That's changing, so that's going to be my slope, plus $4 for shoe rental. I'm going to pay $4 whether I bowl 1 game or 50 games. That's a one-time fee, so that's your y-intercept. Okay, now we know what the equations are. So now we have to answer some questions. For how many games will the cost to bowl be the same at both places? And what is the cost? So they're asking us 2 things. Well, you know what? The best way to solve this is we need to graph these 2 lines and find their point of intersection. Whatever the point of intersection is, that, my friends, is your answer. So we need to graph this. So this is what I would recommend you do. Let's do a quadrant 1 graph. Now the reason why this one in particular will be quadrant 1 is because you can't have negative amounts of games or negative amounts of money in this situation. So your x-axis is going to be the number of games bowled. And what I would recommend that you do is go by ones, okay? So no need to upset the increments, just go by ones. I think it'll be pretty easy to track that. Now your y-intercept, or y-axis, is going to be the total amount spent, okay? This is how much money it's going to cost you to bowl X number of games, okay? Now I recommend that we go by ones, and I'll show you how to handle that $2.50, okay? If you'll be patient with me, I'll be happy to show that to you, okay? So again, we'll go by ones on both the x-axis and the y-axis. Let's start with Bolorama. Start with the y-intercept. Find positive 2 and mark it. Now the $2.50. Remember, in slope, in rise over run form, we're going to put $2.50. That's our numerator, 2.5, and then 1 will be our denominator. Okay? So start here at the positive 2 on the y-axis. We're going to go up 2.5. So you should be halfway between 4 and 5. And then we're going to go over 1. Mark it. Up 1, 2.5 over 1. Up 1, 2.5 over 1. And we'll do one more. Up 1, 2.5 over 1. We'll put it right here. All right, so I don't know if I need all those points. If you need more points, just keep extending it out until your lines intersect. So we'll just start there for the moment. All right, now let's do the other one, 2x plus 4. So find positive 4 and mark it. Okay, this one's going to be a little easier because your slope is 2 over 1. So it's going to be all whole numbers. Be easy to track. So go up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up to right 1. And here's our point of intersection right there. I made it large and heavy and dark. Okay, there we go. And so I'm going to circle it. That, we need to know the name of that point because it's going to answer our questions. It's going to answer it. Okay, so I need to get under it on the X. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm under it. That's at positive 4 on the X. And then I need to count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm at 412. Now, what does that tell me exactly? Well, it tells me a lot. Remember, X is number of games. So after 4 games, the cost is, and that's your Y. Y is the total amount of money spent. So the cost is $12. That's what that tells me. And because that's the point of intersection for both of these lines, that means in both bowling alleys, if I bowl 4 games, I'm going to pay $12 in both bowling alleys. If I play less games or if I play more games than 4, the cost is not going to be the same. The cost will be different. So this is the one time, the one exact example where it would be the exact same in both of those. Okay? So I'm going to give you one to try. I'm actually do this one for extra credit. So on your paper, write extra credit. And don't use the grid. Use your own graph paper. Okay? I'm going to help you set it up. I want you to do this on your own graph paper because I want you to have plenty of room and plenty of space to set this thing on. Okay? Set it up. So let's talk about Video Club A. Charges $10 for membership and $3 per movie rental. That word per tells me, okay, that's going to change. If I rent 1 movie, I pay $3, 2 movies is $6, 3 movies is $9. See how it changes every time I rent another movie? That's your slope. 3 is your slope. So we're going to put that right here in front of the X. The $10 is your flat rate fee for becoming a member of the program here. Now, Video Club B, they're charging a little bit differently. They're charging $2 per movie and $15 is the membership fee. So you're not paying as much for your movies, but your membership fee costs more. So we're looking for the point of intersection because that point of intersection, the X is going to tell us how many movies and the Y is going to tell us the total cost. When will they be the same for these 2 movie clubs or video clubs? Okay? So when you draw this on your paper, I want you to go on your graph paper, your own graph paper. I want you to start at the bottom and I want you to go by ones. It'll be a quadrant 1. Start as close to the bottom as you can to enable you to have enough space. Remember, this is going to be total cost here on the y-axis, so you need to label it as such, and I want you to go by ones. Okay, I don't have enough room to actually finish this problem, but I'm hoping on your graph paper you can set it up and finish it. And then these are going to be number of movies rented on your x-axis, and go by ones on that as well. Okay, so I'm going to set you to the task. I want you to graph y equals 3x plus 10 and y equals 2x plus 15. And if you can tell me the point of intersection and answer the questions for how many movie rentals will the cost be the same at both those video clubs and what is that cost, if you can answer those questions for me, showing me with your graph, then I'm going to give you extra credit. Yay you! Make it good, make it pretty, and I will talk to you tomorrow about it. Thank you.